Coach Rob, Showcase National.
I'm Easy, Showcase National.
And you're watching The Real Deal with Akil.
Watching The Real Deal with Akil.
Test. Test.
All right, cool. Now we starting. Now we good. What's this episode like? 530. No, I'm just playing. It's probably episode 30. But who I have on today is a founder, Showcase National, Coach Rob, and he's along with one of my best friends, Mathew. Ezerike. You on the mic now? You talking? You replace who's the guy you do it with?
Chris Smith.
Chris Smith. You the Chris Smith for today.
Yeah, basically, pretty much.
How you been? I miss you, dog. We ain't talking forever.
I just called you yesterday.
I know. It feel like it's been like 2 weeks. But now, March 16th is the Showcase National Championship with Houston versus Dallas at Wheeler Fieldhouse in Sugar Land, Texas, featuring 3 players from the ESPN Top 25: R.J. Hampton, Tyrese Maxey, and Cade Cunningham. 3-point contest is at 6 p.m. Houston versus China at 6:30, and Houston versus Dallas at 8:30. So I'm gonna ask you this: how did the whole brand come along with the Showcase National?
Actually, it started with a conversation, man. Me and Chris were just sitting in the living room, just in his living room, just talking, and we were thinking back to high school when we played at Hightower.
Yeah.
So we played in the Academy National Invitational.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember that, but used to be a little thing that Howell Passner had going on with the high schools.
Yeah.
High school basketball teams. You know, at that time, Mike Beasley was in it. A few other notable names. Ty Lawson was in it, and different teams came down. Wheatley, Aldine, Dave. Not Aldine.
What class you graduated?
2006. With Gary Johnson. Gary Johnson. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So we were just talking. We were like, man, how can we, do something on that level, on a national level, but include the best players, not just high school basketball teams. Because our whole thing with high school basketball teams is there's a drop off. Yeah. Usually on most high school basketball teams, you got 1 or 2 guys that could go.
True.
The rest of them, they may have made it to varsity because they kind of worked their way up, freshman on freshman, sophomore on sophomore, JV.
Right.
Yeah, so we just wanted the top guys,
from all classes.
From all classes. And so that's how we started, man. We started with doing it all-star, wise. We did North and South, first 2 years, and then we pulled Dallas in.
So when you have the champion, the main game is the Houston versus Dallas, correct?
Yeah, that's the main game.
What would happen? Just me personally asking this. What would happen if China beats Houston? Like, do they play Dallas, or is automatically set like Houston versus Dallas?
Yeah, it's automatically set.
Hey, how would that be? How do you think they feel about that?
I mean, it's just it's kind of like it's the same concept as the spring the season opener.
Yeah.
It's just one game. You come in to play one game, you're just showcasing your skills, and that's it.
Because we don't know the Chinese players, the top players out there.
Right. So I mean, it's just one game, and actually we got some unfortunate news about a few of the players. Them falling sick. Actually, this just happened like a couple days ago. Mm-hmm. So we're trying to figure that out. As far as them coming, but yeah, man, it's set. It's set.
So when you look at the 3 players that's featured, R.J. Hampton, Tyrese Maxey, Cade Cunningham, give us some more insight, because I know I don't follow high school basketball like I once did.
Yeah.
But give us some insight on these 3 players.
Man, they can go, man. RJ's best way that I could put it, man. I wouldn't compare him to Kobe, but I compare his attitude to Kobe.
Yeah.
By any means necessary.
And he's only a sophomore, too.
Yeah.
He's only a sophomore.
He's only a sophomore, yeah.
Okay, so I was thinking before you told me that, I was thinking everybody's seniors.
No.
This is everybody.
Regardless of class.
Regardless
R.J.
of class.
Hampton, the number 2 player in the country in 2020.
Yeah, and I think that will make this event unique. Then.
Yeah.
Right.
You can have a top freshman going head to head that's a point guard going against
top
a
senior, sophomore. Yeah. So and then we got Tyrese Maxey, man. Tyrese Maxey is when I say a Showtime player, this boy he turns up. And
what school RJ go to?
He goes to Little Elm.
Okay, and Tyrese goes to
South Garland. He's in the state championship semifinals tonight
yeah.
against Katie Tompkins.
Yeah.
Winning? Is he winning?
Man, I don't know. I can't call it, man, because him and Chris Harris, like they're lights out, and they're the top 2 on their team.
Oh, K's on the same team as him. K Cunningham?
No. Chris Harris is one of his shooting guard. He's one of the shooting guards. They both kind of like combo guards.
Yeah.
Point guard, shooting guard each. So they kind of like, if one person's bringing it up, the other one runs, the wing,
gotcha.
And vice versa. But I don't think that they have a core like Katie Tompkins has. Katie Tompkins has more people.
Right.
Yeah. So you got Eden, you got Jamal, you got
Scholler,
Christian. Then you got
Washington,
and yes, so you talking about guys, pretty much the whole starting 5,
right?
Yeah, against
2 players.
2 players.
Yeah, and where you and K Cunningham, what's his game like?
I've seen a little bit of him. I think I've seen him 3 live games. The rest I've seen like mixtapes. Snoop is the one who's in charge of choosing them. Snoop Johnson.
Oh, I'm gonna say, don't let people be confused with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Snoop Johnson.
Yeah. So I think he's a pro guy too. Potentially pro level. I mean those guys out there, man. They have. We have trainers out here in Houston, but those guys work with. They're working with Tyler Ruff, which is actually one of our guys with Leaning also. Mm-hmm. So, they're getting high level training early.
Yeah.
Some of the guys in Houston, they have trainers, but since that's such a saturated market,
yeah,
I can't necessarily say that all of them are getting the same level training.
Right.
And then they're all playing on different AAU teams. So I think the good thing with the Dallas community is they're going through one high level trainer. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I know that they're getting the proper training, and so it shows on the court. It shows.
And this is the first time y'all having this event, right? The championship with Houston versus Dallas.
Yeah, that's the first time. Yeah.
When you made this event, did it kind of remind you of the Houston versus Nation back in the day? Because I know you was 06, so that made me ask this question easier.
Yeah, it does. Actually, I never thought about that, but yeah, it kind of does. So back TJ Ford days. Yeah. I remember that. It does remind it a little bit, but we're trying to like amp it up even more.
What happened? Why did it leave? Like all of a sudden, it's just because I think the last year was around 07, 08 with Brandon Jennings.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Because that was a good event. So now it's like y'all could possibly bring that nostalgia back for like our generation.
Right. Well, I think the thing about it is, man, with basketball, I think there's these cycles, because like it's the same concept with what I was telling you about Academy National Invitational.
Right.
It was a great event the whole time it was running, and then it just died down. No real reason. No real reason. Like I don't know the reason with the Houston versus Nations. Like I have no idea. And I think you can ask a lot of hoop heads, and they'll be like, man, I have no idea. Yeah. Things just fall off in the basketball community for no reason. Yeah. And I think some of the reasons that I think is sometimes people are just in it for exit strategy. They're just trying to make money.
Right.
Yeah. They're not like we doing this for the long haul. Yeah. Like this for the kids, you know what I'm saying? We believe it or not, in our first year we lost money. The first year we didn't have a lot of people there. We lost money, renting out the venue, and it's cool because
what y'all have it at first?
Wheeler Fieldhouse. It's been there.
Oh, it's been okay.
Yeah, since the whole time it's been there. So,
and the past 10 years. Well, first of all, let me backtrack. This year, who has the better talent? Houston or Dallas?
Should I answer that?
Y'all can both answer it.
Yeah, we can both answer it.
I can't lie. I think Dallas got the better talent, but I think I spoke about this on another podcast. I feel like some of the Houston players, I think some of them are just afraid to be exposed. And even though it's just an exhibition game.
Well, we've been saying that for years.
Yeah, exactly. Even though it's the exhibition game, because if you look at Dallas, like, they came out, like, that's what I respect about the Dallas players. I'm like, it's just basketball. Some of the Houston players, I'm not gonna name any names, but I remember last year some of them were telling me, "Are you gonna play?" They were like, "Well, my dad doesn't want me to play," and I'm just like, "Yeah, you're about to be a senior, you're going to college, and you're telling me that you're not playing because your dad you got to see what your dad says. Like, you don't want to play ball.
And then they got home court advantage, so I would think that they would want to play in your own city.
Well, man,
Is that some type of disadvantage for Dallas, like for Houston having their own?
Nah, they're gonna have multiple practices. They're having a practice Wednesday before they come down. They're having a practice Thursday before they come down. They're gonna have a shoot around the day of.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're gonna have opportunities to practice, and those guys, a lot of those guys train together.
Yeah,
it's not even a factor of like, are we playing with somebody we have no chemistry with?
Right.
They got chemistry because they train with the same trainers.
Yeah,
they have the same trainers. Some of them play on the same AAU team.
Yeah.
So I mean, you talking about, and they play against each other, all year long. So, I think because just off of paper, statistically, Dallas has the better roster.
Because the top 3 players in ESPN is from
Dallas.
They're from Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, so Houston have nobody. No,
Tremont was, but he fell out.
Yeah.
Tremont Mark.
Wow.
He
gonna play.
Yeah, he's gonna play. Yeah, He played last year. He top 25 guy, but he fell out. But I mean, he's still a top 100 guy.
Yeah.
He's just not top 25 guy. But he's right, man. We've had a lot of kickback with guys like not committing because honestly, I think some of them are not. They're trying to take care of their like community perception of who they are and how good they are. So like a lot of them,
I don't think this will hurt them though. If you a high schooler, like if you a high school player, I know if I was a,
especially if you already got your offer and you already signed.
Cause I know personally, my best year in high school, my junior, if I was offered to play in a invitational in my own city, me personally, I would play because I would look at it as an all-star game and as an opportunity to go against the Dallas players or the Chinese players.
It's opportunity, man.
For me personally, it's just like I commend some of these lower classmen because the upperclassmen in the city is the one that disappointed because I've said it. They have no excuse anymore because they don't. Some of them don't play AAU anymore.
They're not playing AAU.
They're signed.
You're
so
done.
like, what are you doing? Like the playoffs are over for you. You can play. Like you're signed.
Is it scared of injuries or something? Are they playing too?
Nah,
that can't. I can't use that as a legit
injuries.
excuse.
It's not injuries.
It's just you can't even put a finger.
It's not injury. It's just fear. Like it's just fear. You don't want to be exposed.
And I've been
when you look. I'm gonna put it to you like this: when you play in your district, and okay, we're both freshmen, we're both on varsity.
Yeah,
I got 4 years of playing against you, but nobody else on your team can check me.
Yeah.
So if I get past you, I'm scoring.
Yeah.
Okay. In our game, if you get past Tyrese Maxey, you got to deal with somebody else. That's a killer.
Yeah.
You got Drew Timme, like 6'8" point guard.
Yeah,
pretty much. You got all these different guys that if you get past one person, you got another D1 defender / offensive person. So there's no I'm gonna figure out a way to get to the line. Nah, like because somebody's gonna really play defense on you because they actually know these are guys. All these guys know how to play basketball.
Right.
And I love our city. Don't get me wrong. The players that are playing for Houston, they're very, very good players, Division I players. But, like, at the same time, I don't know if Rob agrees with me, but at the same time, I really believe some of our best is not really playing. But, like I said, Rob sent out the invitation.
Yeah,
so, we sent them out to the best of the best. Yeah. And I believe, like, they will be able to play. Yeah. But, like, some of them just don't want to respond. And then
we have a due process, man, and we're getting the best players first. We're asking the best players first, and they're A++ players, and then we're going to the A+ players, and then we're going to the A players.
Yeah,
we're really not going down to B guys for the elite game. It's all A guys.
Yeah,
exactly. Because
some of them just
because, like he said, you got players DMing me like, how could you choose this player? And then we got other like parents texting me like, why is he not playing? Like, all I can say is we sent the invitation. That's not on us.
So it's more, but the Dallas guys is committed.
The exactly
top guys is committed.
Yeah,
and it coming down to another city.
I'll tell you this, man. It has a lot to do with the community.
Yeah,
like they have figureheads in their community that they're not hating on anything in their community.
Right.
Yeah, they all like band together.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we have a little bit more of a splintered community, and I can tell you this in all aspects of Houston. In the hip hop community, all our rappers don't really mess with each other.
True.
Yeah,
I spoke with that people numerous times on this show.
all our rappers don't really mess with each other.
Yeah, but in that Dallas one though, like you could tell, like RJ, Hampton, Tyrese Maxey, Caden, Archie,
all fool with each other.
They're all like they call themselves BCB, baggage claim.
Yeah,
boys.
they all fool
like
with each
in
other.
Houston. No, that's not happening. Like,
Yeah.
you're a point guard. Oh, you're a point guard. I think I'm better than you. I can't play with this guy.
It's kind of a crab in a bucket type mentality.
Yeah.
In Houston, and when I say I'm not only referring to babasketball, I'm
It's
referring
everything in
to
Houston.
and that's what we have to try to change as far as like Houston and the black community.
You know what's crazy? I don't think it's gonna get changed because I feel like
we got to.
I think it can.
We have
but
to.
I feel like a bomb dropped on the city of Houston one day and was just like, look, we're gonna give them a virus, nasty virus. You got rappers beefing, you got strippers, you got athletes. Everybody's beefing. It's like, God, dog.
For no reason.
No reason. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I think the best way to put it is basically Dallas is playing for the name on the front. Houston is playing for the name on the back.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We had an issue last year. So our event, I don't know if you know how it's ran, but basically the kids come. We do media days for them, so we give them obviously free photography. We don't charge them to come out.
Yeah.
We partner with ABC 13, so we expose them because there's a lot of people in Houston that don't watch high school basketball. They watch the NBA,
Right.
but they don't know like
fall in
this
that
kid. Yeah. So we're exposing them to households.
Right.
Through our partner ABC 13.
Yeah.
We partner with Leaning, which is Dwayne Wade's brand.
Nice.
The brand that, So that we're giving them everything's free. Shoes, jerseys, backpacks. It's all part of the event. Right. Like if you're nominated, it's all part of the event. The photography that we give back to them is all part of the event. And the press that we give to them is all because there's coaches like Boise State contacted us for an athlete last year. Yeah, he didn't sign before our game. After our game, he contacted us and asked about that athlete. Now it was kind of late, it's kind of late for them to ask, but they did ask because they're watching. We work with ABC 13, and we send out the link to all the coaches on our contact list. Yeah. So he didn't end up signing to that school. He ended up signing to another school, but the opportunity was there. So you're telling me that you're gonna put just your own personal ideology that you might get exposed by Tyrese Maxey over all of that? That's what you're telling me.
I feel like it's called lack of competition. It's like lack of like
confidence. Lack of confidence. Yeah.
Because they could dominate here in Houston, like, in their district. Yeah. When it comes to other top players, it's like, what are you going to do when you get to the NCAA? You got to go against the first round draft picks.
Exactly.
So, like, it's kind of weird.
Well, I think at that level, they're just cool that they made it like to college. And really and truly, I'll be honest with a lot of our athletes. When you make it to the first day of college, you have not made it.
Oh no,
you have not made it. You got to finish every year, and every scholarship is on an annual basis.
Oh my God! When I played HBCU basketball, I feel like I didn't make it the first day.
You know what I'm saying? So, and then you have to graduate. Yeah. If you're not a draft pick, you have to graduate because you worked 18 years or however many long to get a scholarship, and the scholarship is to better your quality of life.
Right. If
you don't actually walk across that stage, you still in the same position you were when you got out the hood. If you're from the hood, if you come from a family that has a decent income, then yeah, you probably figure it out.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, that's not the case.
Yeah.
So if you're not going to the league, go to college and get something out of it because
for real.
When your time's up, your time's up.
Yeah. I heard y'all say on Ralph, I think it was Chris or you, when I said like the average life for NBA career is 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
After the 5 years, by the time they get 31, maybe, they're broke.
They're broke,
and it's true.
So you got that, and that's for NBA players. Some of them, of course, a lot of college, most of you guys know y'all been in college. You broke in college.
Oh,
So if you don't get to the NBA, you're gonna carry that college debt into your adult life. So you're broke before you go to college. You get your scholarship. You think you made it. You don't finish college. You were broke while you were in college, and now that you didn't finish, you broke after college.
And I'm gonna say a story too. I had you know him, John Jordan, High Tower.
Yeah, that's our guy right there.
I had him on, ask him a question. I feel so bad now. Oh my God, you're gonna probably be like, "What the hell, Akil?"
Yeah.
So I had him. I said, "Give me a Mount Rushmore of high Tower players." So he said, he gave some names out. One name I did not know who the hell it was. Lanny Smith. I said,
that's probably the best player.
Exactly.
Ever.
So I go to your page, and I look. It says probably one of the greatest player to come out of Houston, and he's doing all these things. I was like, I feel so bad. So that if I ever get him on the show, I'm gonna apologize to him and tell him. But my thing I was gonna say is that look at him. He got the his branding with the faith.
Act of faith, yeah.
Yeah, act of faith. And I feel like it's easier now to brand yourself in this day and age because you have social media.
Yeah,
like if you already a big name, let's just say hypothetically, I know it's not gonna happen, but let's say Zion Williamson, he the biggest high school player since I guess LeBron James. And
he's actually bigger than LeBron James.
Bigger than LeBron.
Yeah,
so let's just say something happens in college, God forbid. He can go to social media and make his own brand and invest in things. Like he's not gonna be broke.
Well,
forever.
the problem with that is like you got to teach kids that like he doesn't realize it when he gets on Instagram. Like, cause I follow a lot of these kids, man. I kind of cause you have to be in tune so you understand like where they're coming from and all that. But like I'll get on this, he'll go Instagram live.
Yeah.
Immediately, Drake is commenting. Drake. So if I had the influence of Drake and I knew that he would, do you know what kind of partnerships? It's you have that. Not a lot of kids have that.
He could pull for you. That's a reference.
That's what I'm saying.
That's Drake, and it's crazy.
And then when you look at the numbers, it's like 10K. Goes up 20K, goes up 30, and it's just all he's talking about. The one time that I saw Drake commenting, he was actually in an art class. Nothing that he was doing was cool or anything. Nothing.
Just sitting there in class.
So you're telling me that 30,000 people just want to see what you're doing on a daily basis.
Wow.
Now, if you just transfer those numbers into like sales and you just get 1% a day, you're talking about 200 people. If it's 20,000, 1%, and you have 200 people buy a $20 shirt in one day.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But they don't look at that. They just look at, I've been playing for Adidas since I was in 8th grade. So, man, I'm going to sign with Adidas because, they got all it, But if you just do the work yourself up front, now it's a better time than, when we were growing up because, first off, I'm going to tell you this. We were dealing with VHS tapes. So you had to go to your coach, ask your coach.
Yeah.
You had to go ask your coach for the VHS tape, dub it, because that's the only one they had. You had to dub it, put it in the envelope, one of those big yellow envelopes, and send it to a college.
That's crazy. I think we dealt with CDs.
Yeah, DVDs.
We dealt with DVDs.
Yeah, that's right after. Y'all are right after. So,
now it's social media.
No, not even that. You can stream your game.
Yeah, stream
your game
I
live.
think Baller's Life now is streaming like full games now.
Yeah. And they're working with NFHS on the streaming.
Yeah.
They're doing that on Facebook and all that. So your coach, the coaches from around the country can see the kids in real time.
Yeah.
Ours, it's a 10-day turnaround. If they get the tape, they get the tape. Once they get the tape, if they put it in,
harder back in the day.
Way harder.
Who's more bigger, LaMelo or Zion?
LaMelo, he got the brand behind him.
Yeah,
that's why he's bigger.
That's why I like LeVar Ball so much.
He got the brand behind him. He got two brothers. Anything you do can help your brand,
right?
Depending on how you strategize it. Like even Jello getting locked up. Like, more people knew about him.
That was a top story.
More people knew about him.
This dude got locked up.
Got the president talking about him.
The president's talking about him.
Man, the president ain't never talked about no high school basketball player.
Ball, when Demeter's talking about LeVar Ball bashing him, I don't. because
I like a lot of things he does. He does a few things that I wouldn't do, but he's
I
doing
wouldn't
a
go out
good job.
and say like, hey, I'm better than Michael Jordan, but that's all part of strategy. It's a market.
I wouldn't.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
You know, so and it's like it put his kids on like this high pedestal now.
Right.
And now everybody's known. But I always believed that Melo's my favorite ball. I believe that when LeBron retires, who's gonna be the next guy to, carry not only the basketball wave, but ambassador of the brand. I believe LaMelo. He might not be as great as LeBron playing wise, but that brand is so ridiculous. You know what I mean? So that was my bold prediction.
Yeah, no, that's a bold prediction. I think that he can do a good job. I just feel like they need to focus more on all of them at the same time.
Right, because I don't think Jello going to the league.
Yeah, no, he's not going to go to the league, but he's good because he's already being exposed to being a professional player overseas.
Yeah.
So you can make a lot of money on the other side of the world.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you can make a lot of money.
Turkey.
So, you got Turkey, you got the Biella League, you got the CBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you think
you got NBL in Australia.
You think Zion bigger than LeBron when he was in high school?
Oh, yeah.
Because it was harder back then.
Have you seen his numbers?
I seen the numbers, but
you gotta see his numbers, man.
You know why I could vouch for LeBron. LeBron.
The reason why he's bigger because of social media. I'm not saying that he's better.
Oh no,
I'm
just
exactly. saying he's bigger than him because of social media.
Yeah,
yeah. His numbers are ridiculous.
Look, I would think the lack of social media back then and the way he was so big and so huge. I would say LeBron, but the numbers ridiculous. Let's just say imagine LeBron was was in high school.
Think about it like this.
Yeah.
Think about all the people that are eating off of him.
Yeah.
All the people that are eating off of him that don't even know him. You got Baller's Life eating off of him. Yep. All his mixtapes. Oh. When you getting those views, you getting a check.
Making money. Yeah.
I'm not saying you're making $1 million checks off of one video, but you're getting them off of all. Like he's giving them high numbers on all his videos. Yeah. You're getting 600K every time you get a Zion Williamson video because everybody's gonna watch it.
Everybody's gonna watch it.
So if you put out in 1 year, you put out just 20 on just Zion Williamson alone.
Yeah.
And then Mac. I don't know if you know Mac McClung.
Oh my God!
White boy.
Jesus Christ!
Georgetown.
They said white men can't jump.
Yeah, so those two. Just think about those two. They both have.
Is he second, like most viewed player behind Zion?
He's up there. I don't know. I can't tell you he's second, but he's up there. He's top 5.
I know it's him. It's another guy. I think he's top 3 in the nation. It's not
Barrett. Or
other guy.
Reddish.
Top 3 in the nation.
I think so. Zion, Barrett, and somebody else. He's like a shooting guard. He's like slim.
He's not Jalen.
It's not Jelly Fam, right? Not because
no.
I don't I forgot his name. But keep going. What you were saying?
Yeah, but you talking about those? If you do 20 videos a year, because they're gonna have more than 20 games a year. But if you do 20 videos a year on both kids, and each video gets 600K,
yeah,
you talking about 600K times 40 videos. You definitely getting revenue off of that.
Yeah, I suck at math, but I know what that means.
Plus summertime, yeah. AAU basketball.
Man, that's ridiculous. I believe that was the biggest game too, biggest AAU game. Zion versus LaMelo.
Yeah.
Oh my! Did you see that crowd?
Packed.
Have you ever in your life playing basketball, going to events? Have you ever seen an AAU game that close?
Never. Never.
That looked like a Yates game 2010.
Yeah, I know.
That looked like Yates 2010. Real Riz 2000. That place. I get on Twitter. It's trending.
Yeah, I know.
But then we got to remember too, kids stay on social media hard. So
social media hard, but also like we had like big stars there. Like Shaq was on the bench. You know what I'm saying? Like he was tweeting about it and like he had live stream up.
I think that game was live too on Ballers Life.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Live
I didn't watch the whole game, but I was just like,
it's about the streams, man. Like that's why I was asking y'all. Like it's about the stream now because like when you do that, man, you get analytics. And that's what you can take to big companies. Like if Zion by himself had his own parents streaming on his Instagram Live or he could take those analytics to any company and have a conversation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They'll let you sit down at the table because you go to McDonald's and say, look, I'm a high schooler. I'm 17 years old. Last night at my game, I had 2 million views. They're going to give you something. Yeah. They're going to give you something.
I'm telling you. They're going to listen. And we're not talking about the McDonald's down the street. We're talking about
if he just pulled out his analytics and said, look at these numbers. What's up? They're gonna sit down and talk to him.
They're going to listen.
Because there's so many companies that market to teens specifically.
Yeah.
Like one we're trying to work with is called Fresh Empire.
Mm-hmm.
They market to kids to not smoke.
Yeah.
They're not marketing to anybody else other than kids.
Mm-hmm.
Because at 30, they've been smoking for so long. At 40, they're not. Your advertising is not gonna go. It's not gonna get through with a 40-year-old.
Yeah. So only to the kids.
Zion can go to Fresh Empire and say, "Look, 2 million views. These are all people that are my age." There's so many companies like that.
Yeah. So it's so easy now. He don't need basketball. Really?
No.
He don't need it
At this point,
but
like,
he's doing
his
it for the
brand's
love.
built already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
his brand is already built.
and also like every basketball player has these dreams to get into the NBA. So like that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
everybody from the youngest, you see people on TV. You see, back in my era, I'm Jordan every night. Like
Right.
I'm doing my homework to go watch Jordan when it comes on, or Akeem, or whoever else. Actually, I used to be a John Starks fan, big time. Like he was. I just liked the way he played, and other guys. But these guys, they're trying to get to that level. So
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons why they're playing. They're trying to get to the NBA.
Yeah.
And some of them not necessarily for the money, because some of them they come up from good families.
Oh yeah.
Like Kyrie,
Mm-hmm. He believes the earth is flat. Yeah. So when you say something like that, you grew up in a nice and income, nice family.
Yeah, he decent family. So all these guys are not doing it necessarily, for just money. They want to actually accomplish like the goal of getting to the NBA.
Yeah.
But really and truly, like I've been talking about this, if I were ever to make it to the NBA on any level, or even the NFL, after like 6 years, I'm retiring.
Really?
Yeah.
What if you was the biggest name and you want to get a championship and you don't? What? Okay.
But think about it like this: what is a championship? It's a ring.
Yeah, for your legacy. I mean,
it's just a record. It's just I'm trying to see my whole ideology is I'm trying to actually change the world.
Okay.
Like basketball doesn't change the world.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
People in basketball change the world. So my whole thing is you got there, like there's guys like Patrick Ewing. You getting a ring is not necessarily how good you are.
Mm-hmm.
It really depends on the organization.
The pieces around you.
It depends on a little bit of luck. It depends on injuries, if people are healthy. It's a lot of things that you can't control. So, like, my whole thing was, for a long time, if I were ever to make the NBA, I have an exit strategy of 6 years, on some Barry Sanders stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to, because the NBA, generally speaking, is just a high-paying job. But your body is on the line.
Yeah.
Your body's on the line. And in the NFL, it's even worse. Your brain's on the line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys have to know that the thing that keeps them alive longer than their athletic ability is their brands.
Right. Well, everybody has their own different, reason to get there too. Like people want to be the greatest of all time, like LeBron James, or people want to play for their legacy. I know you probably don't.
You
think
can be your greatest. Just be your greatest.
Yeah, be your greatest. Yeah, I know you probably think Jordan over LeBron. Yeah, I know.
It's not even the like. I've seen a lot of things on the internet where they say like at 32, LeBron had this and Jordan had that. And it's cool, but he didn't affect basketball culture the way Jordan affected it. He didn't affect the games. He didn't average 38 points for his career.
I'm a LeBron guy. I can hear your points.
How you average 38 points for your career? You're averaging a 40-piece for your career.
I thought it was 30.1.
Yeah.
30.1. Yeah, Michael 30.1.
Oh, I'm sorry, 38 for the playoffs. 38 for the playoffs.
And I always say
for
that,
your career.
like LeBron.
38 points for the playoffs for your career.
I always say
it's crazy.
LeBron started earlier than Mike, but Mike still had 2 retirements. So, like, Mike always said it, like, if I was really chasing the scoring record, I would never retire to 94, 95.
Yeah, he had.
I think everybody, I know.
He had other things that he was on his mind. You know what I'm saying? Like baseball, he was doing that kind of for his dad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dad died. Like, this is something I want to do. Yeah. And when I'm saying that, it's the same concept as like what I'm just saying. My whole thing is changing the black community.
Right.
So like, if I get to the NBA, I really don't have the opportunity to change the community by shooting basketball every day.
Yeah.
On the court. Like, you got to get in the community to change it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's part of the reason why we do all this stuff with Showcase National. Because we're trying to get them to see that, one, your community matters. Two, like, your brand matters.
Yeah.
And financial literacy matters.
Yeah.
So we kind of, all the time, we talk to them about, interviewing, we coach them up or whatever. And, like, a guy that's changed, he knows for a fact, Tremont Mark is one of the most quietest guys. He's real shy.
Right.
But Tremont Mark now, like, we just went to ABC 13. He was handling interview questions like it was nothing. In 1 year. They talking about 1 year. And that's going to be the difference between people saying, oh, that guy's dumb. Or, man, that guy, like, we like his personality. Because when people think about Shaq, they think about him dancing. They think about him being able to talk. They think about his personality. Yeah. So that's why he still has an icy hot patch on. He still has commercials. He still got a Buick. He still, you know what I'm saying? Because of his personality.
Right.
But if you took all that away from Shaq and you just went off of the basketball player, I doubt that he would still have all those because nobody feels like they know him based off of just basketball.
Yeah. He's more than basketball.
He's more than basketball.
Right.
Got his own. He got his own brand, his shoe. He got the 24-hour fitness, the Shaq ones. A whole suite of different things that he's a part of because of his personality, not because of basketball. Yeah, he did get basketball was a vehicle to get to the NBA, but it's his personality.
So, what's your thoughts right now? Well, what are your thoughts on Zion going to Duke, and do you believe that Duke is going to win the championship? God, I feel like they're going to win this year. I'm a Duke fan, but this year, do you feel like they're going to back-to-back this year and next year?
Well, I think Duke is going to be upset this year.
You know what's crazy?
Somebody's going to upset.
I'm a Duke. I'm going to say we either have a very good tournament, we're going to win it.
They're a system team, though.
If we lose, it's going to be a bad loss. Mercer or VCU back like in 07, 06. Yeah. We got bad. If we're in a tournament, it's like we do very good, and which is mean Elite Eight or championship, or we lose in the first round.
Yeah.
We lost South Carolina last year.
I know.
Mercer, Lehigh, come on.
Yeah.
But I think with Duke, for me personally, I think they always win when they have the best player in the country. Because if you look, Leitner was probably the best player at the country at the time, even though Shaq and Alonzo Mourning were there.
But during college time.
Yes,
but the tide, I think the tide has changed, man.
Like, except 2010. 2020, they didn't have.
I think now is a dominance with mid majors. Like guys are realizing, like, I ain't got to go to no big school to get to the NBA, especially with Dame coming out. Like
CJ McCollum.
Those
and
guys.
Steph Curry.
Right. They're not going to big school, so now kids are like, man, I'm just trying to go where I can play.
Yeah. Like,
I'm going where I can play and I can actually put up numbers.
Yeah.
Because Duke, man, I don't even know. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. He shouldn't even go to Duke.
I thought he was going to go to South Carolina.
I thought he was going to go to South Carolina, too.
I did,
too.
I thought he was going to Kentucky. I really thought he was going to Kentucky.
See, when I thought South Carolina, I thought about, because I look at him from the outside looking, and I'm thinking he's not really like, no, he don't want the fame. Like, he don't care about it. So I looked at South Carolina as like, that's his home state.
Yeah.
He going to go there for 1 year. I feel like he was that guy. Like, he's like a Kawhi Leonard to me.
Yeah.
Quiet, humble.
I do feel like he's a good kid. Like, I feel like I get the same feeling from you.
Yeah.
But I don't know why these top players, it's so easy to just follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. LeVar Ball has already made himself the lone Indian over the hill. He's the first person to say, you know what, man, forget this. I'm taking my kids out.
Yep.
Putting them overseas. You're telling me that he can't do the same thing that LiAngelo and LaMelo are doing? He could probably do more.
Yeah.
He could probably do more on top of. See, LiAngelo is popular because what LeVar put in place. They have the show on Facebook.
Yep.
His brother is already in the NBA, and he's like a kind of like a fashion basketball player. LaMelo. LaMelo's like a fashion basketball player, like the hair and all that. Mm-hmm. Like he's kind of like an Odell. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why he's getting a lot of people. Yeah.
And these are the kids. And the thing about it is, for me, that's just surprising. Like, kids are starting not to even say NBA players are their favorite players no more.
They're saying high schoolers are.
Like, oh yeah, I'm LaMelo.
You telling me you can't create a brand if a 5-year-old looks up to you more than they look up to LeBron?
That is crazy. That is wild. That's go to the point about the social media. Like, it's so impactful now.
Man, I'm telling you, man. There are kids that I come across, and they literally will watch. They'll watch Zion Williamson videos
all day.
Indefinitely. Like, they'll just be on their phone watching a video in depth, rewind.
Yeah.
There's enough opportunity for all these young guys to create their brands and actually make money off of it.
Yeah.
Without having to go this is an old school model of going to college and not being able to capitalize on your basketball ability. It's really an old school model.
Right.
And part of it is because the NCAA and NBA kind of work together. So it makes sense for them to make that rule right after, LeBron and them came out. Gerald
Do you
Green.
wish they bring that back to high school to NBA? Or do you see it coming back?
I don't think it'll come back.
Right.
Man,
I don't think it'll come back.
Yeah, I think
Because the NCAA makes March Madness makes the most money out of all sports.
That is a holiday. That's a 1 month holiday.
It's a whole month. Because football, you can't play football for a whole month that rapidly. Guys would be dead. Too many injuries.
Right.
Yeah, and football games are so much more longer after football. I don't know if you play football, but you got to recover for at least a day or two.
Yeah.
You don't even do nothing the next day. You got to recover. Basketball, you can hoop in a tournament 2 games in 1 day.
That is gamblers' favorite event.
March Madness.
Man, and I don't have to watch college basketball a whole year.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna just make my bracket.
Yeah.
Just
because you might win.
Might win it. It's just like
actually those are the people that win that don't watch.
Exactly.
The ones that win, they're too analytical. They're this person. The ones that don't win, they just pick.
Just pick.
Yeah.
And how you feel about the NCAA now with everything's going on with the exposure of the coaches?
They're in hot water, man. They're in hot water.
Do you think?
Especially now with Miller at Arizona, Sean Miller.
Yeah, I think I know who's coming next. Your boy. I think your boy coming, man.
Oh
my goodness.
You don't think?
I think so.
No,
he's sweating right now.
Listen, Kentucky got the best.
Nobody's doing business right in the NCAA.
Nobody really is.
If you do business right in the NCAA, you can't compete.
Nope.
You can't compete.
Shout out to Coach Mike Davis doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he has a different dynamic.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to do stuff like that because there's not that much. There is scrutiny at TSU to win basketball games, but there's not
it's not
because the tradition isn't like Kentucky. You're talking about 17, 18 championships since the beginning of time. So they gotta win.
Yeah.
They're heavily scrutinized.
Yeah.
So Calipari got to come off that bag.
Exactly. So can you finally admit
he came off the bag. He just
what's funny?
Discreet.
I was just watching the movie Blue Chips 2 days ago too.
Man, they all coming off the bag.
Can you tell him that Calipari is a great recruiter but not a great coach? Coach K is a great coach.
Yeah.
Thank you.
This is what I say though. He says Calipari.
I just went to the LSU game when they played in Baton Rouge.
This is what I always say. Everybody says
Screaming.
Coach K is a great coach, and you say Coach Cal's a great recruiter. I said Coach Cal and Coach K recruits the same exact players, so you can't really. So every year they're not in the running for like the top.
Nah,
3 or 4 players.
Coach K's not. Well, you talking about a number recruit, but I'm talking about a person recruit. Coach K's not trying to get a kid that wants to go to the NBA the next year. If he can get him,
he really don't. He really don't. Think about history. Don't look at these past few. He got like Austin Rivers, and think about like the traditional Duke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, he's not trying to get a guy that's gonna leave him because he has a system, and the system needs people to stay there. Yeah. He needs people to stay there. Coach Cal, he's running and gunning. Let's go. I need you to put up. We need as much shots as we can get up. We gonna get them up in one game. Because we got to score a lot because we need to show people that you can score.
Because I feel like he don't care about titles. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I think he. No, I think he cares. I
I think he cares. I think that's what I think about Coach.
He cares
Cal.
about titles.
I think he cares about his guys being top lottery picks in the draft more than the championships. You know what I'm saying? You can probably tell.
No. But this is the thing, but that's credit to him because I know when I watch 30 for 30, he always says when he goes to recruit how he looks around and he says. We can change this in the next year. We can change this in the next year. So you got a kid.
Change what? Like the housing situation?
Lifestyle?
Yeah.
Because he going to get that bag.
That's a good recruit pitch.
That's how he going to change it.
If I'm a coach, I'm going to tell him, like, hey.
If I go to the hood and I know for years I've been able to get away with giving kids money under the table, that's the first tactic. Hey, man, look, man, oh, yeah, man. You got roaches? We going to change that.
Yeah.
We going to
turn
change
some
that.
roaches to rollies around here.
We going to change that.
Hey, man.
That's just how I look at it. You know,
that's part of the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's kind of
part of the game, unfortunately. It's the same thing happens in government. It's just that there's not any scrutiny, but I'm a donor. So right. I give you're running for office. I give you money.
Right.
So that you can benefit me. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
What's the difference? It's just the difference is that they're dealing with teenagers.
Yeah.
They're not dealing with somebody that's 35 years old because that's the mandatory age you got to be to run for office.
So I'm gonna ask you this since I go to a HBCU school. Mm-hmm. The number one question that always comes up. Mm-hmm. I get this question at least once every 3 months, and I think you know what I'm finna say. Why can't TSU or these black schools get top players? You know, and I always tell them, I said, look, if my son becomes a top-ranked player, and his final 3 schools, they walk through that door, it's Duke, Kansas, and Texas Southern. Who we gonna benefit from the most? A Duke or Kansas?
Yeah.
Not a Texas Southern. That's never gonna. It's not gonna happen. Never will. You're not gonna see somebody come straight out of high school, top 100, going to TSU. It's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen because of a few things, and I'm gonna give you the yin and the yang.
Yeah.
The yin is that sometimes when you deal with black folks, they cut corners, so they don't provide you the best.
Exactly.
That's the unfortunate part of it. So like a while back, TSU got in trouble because the president or somebody was stealing money and bought a house with it.
Yep.
Okay. Now that can happen at Duke, and that can happen at Kentucky, but if I give TSU, I'm gonna have some real small numbers. If TSU has $1 million a year, and Duke has $100 million a year, and the president at Duke is stealing money also, he's stealing $300K, and the president at TSU is stealing $300K. It hurts TSU more because they don't have the same pockets as Duke and Kentucky.
Right.
And that's what happens. They talk about all this stuff. It's a lot of corruptivity in all schools, HBCUs.
Oh yeah,
and
it's just more publicized now for the HBCUs.
It's just that whenever you're not, the HBCUs are not even given the same playing cards. Yeah. You can't do that. You can't do that at HBCU.
Right.
So when the kids come in and they hear all this, it's like, man, I don't want to go there.
Exactly.
Y'all, because here's the thing. Most HBCUs have a deal with Russell.
Yeah. And we just got Under Armour next year.
That's
TSU.
not because Russell they filed bankruptcy.
Exactly. Oh, that's why.
That's why.
And then
I'm an athletic director.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I know because I have to contact Nike. I have to contact Adidas to see who we're gonna go with.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I know that Russell filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah.
But on their uniform side, not their retail side, but on their uniform side of like working with schools, there's no more Russell.
And I think number 2 is
to a kid, I'm going with those Nike jerseys.
Yeah.
I'm going with those Adidas jerseys. I'm going with the Maryland, those Under Armour jerseys, clean.
Clean.
And then Oregon. I know I'm gonna get some Duck 4s.
Nike.
Some Duck J's too.
I'm getting Duck J's. I'm getting 5s, 10s, whatever number.
What you gonna give me, TSU?
North Carolina.
The Russell 2s.
Yeah. It's both sides. It's both sides. The school's not doing their job.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, the kids see what the school's doing, and it's like.
And another thing too is this: it's just sexier to go go to a top school like that.
Well, and also the media doesn't give
them exposure.
Yeah,
and like I said, Akil, like we talked about it. My favorite line. I said, "What's HBCU? How can you market something with their names not even on the back of their jerseys?"
Yeah,
like you say, you look at football. Their name is not about football.
It's just like football, but you know who Reggie Bush was, number 5.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly. And then I say, for TSU, for example, you look at the difference between Kentucky and Duke and TSU. TSU's in the city of Houston, where there's probably like the 5th most important sport. Like you got the Texans, the Astros, the Rockets, U of H, Rice. Here comes TSU. You got Duke, that's Cameron, North Carolina.
Nothing's out there.
Lexington, Kentucky.
That's all they can do out there.
Yeah.
That's all they can do out there.
And I think that hurts schools like PV. That ain't the only one. You got A&M. You got Texas A&M.
Yeah.
You can't go to Southern. Guess what? You got LSU.
Yeah.
So it hurts a lot of schools. You got Jackson State. Guess what? You got Ole Miss and Mississippi State down the street.
I know.
Alabama State and Alabama A&M. You got
University of Alabama.
You got so it hurts. But then you got TSU. Who's across the street? U of H.
You see that stadium?
And they playing at our stadium for basketball.
I know. I seen that.
Yeah.
Because they're getting a brand new stadium.
Exactly. And another thing is,
so how you go? How with those two schools in the same city? And let's just say right now, Tremar Mark, he's a sophomore.
Right.
Top 20 at the beginning. In the summertime, he was top 25. Okay. If you're trying to court an athlete and you say, come up to the school and check out our facilities, you show them the Tillman Fertitta Center. And then you show them the
HP&E. Oh God!
and I'm not saying it's a bad arena. It serves its purpose. It's really big. It's nice and everything. Nice. It's just that you're dealing with a billionaire buyer. This guy is Landry's. He's at all this other stuff. He's putting you in a position where just his facility is bringing media.
Right.
Yeah, media is gonna come out there just to walk through the facility, just to check out the facility.
Yeah, and it is okay. Let's just say hypothetically. Let's just say, what would it take? What would it take for a top player?
I'll tell you. It takes top players.
They're gonna take a package deal.
They need to go in packages.
Yeah.
Because. That's why I tell you about communities banding together. If the Houston community band together and said, all right, we're going to stay home. We're going to U of H. We're going to TSU.
Yeah, and they born and raised from Fifth Ward or something, from the hood. They're down the street. It'll be easier.
And I think, honestly, some of it is on these some of this are on these coaches because, you see a lot of great players in the city. But you see in TSU not even going out.
They don't even go to the games. They don't go to the games. They don't go to the games.
Not even the top players.
That's part of what it is.
Yeah, exactly. So you guys.
They got egos, man. They got egos.
Yeah.
They got egos. Like, I think a lot of them are because of the cycles they go through. They want to go to JUCOs and get guys. They want to get guys that can immediately play.
Yeah, be developed.
They're not trying to get. They're not trying to develop guys. Yeah.
Right.
So they're going with guys that.
Transfers
or guys that are supposed to go to Seton Hall or, St. John's or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can't make it in.
Academics.
Yeah, they can't make it in academically. So, TSU's process, like they just take a test. You place on the test. If you don't place well, you take remedial classes. If you do place well, you take regular, one-on-one classes.
Yeah.
And you in.
Yeah.
There is no I'm turning you down at TSU because people don't get turned down at TSU.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you this, too. I had a conversation with somebody about, the Houston athletes that came through that was great in high school but failed in, didn't make. We thought they was going to make it to the pros but fell off. What is your thoughts on Derek Griffin? Because he was supposed to be at A&M, Miami, got TSU. We looked at him. When he got there, I said, oh, my God, we finally got somebody going to the pros, baby. He's going to come because he's double in basketball. Yeah. Best receiver in SWAC. But now, All-American. Play with the Harrison twins now. Flat. What are your thoughts? Not even just him, but guys like him. Tommy Mason Griffin. Snap.
Well, Tommy Mason Griffin had his career overseas. He just injuries and gained a little weight like everybody after high school. and then it just fizzled out. But Derek Griffin, man, that's one guy is a freak of nature.
Perfect position.
Yeah.
He's a freak of nature, and those type of guys, man. Unfortunately, I think that because he's been good for so long, they take for granted the small things that really matter.
Right. I just told my the same
like
exact thing.
Character things, you know,
Yes.
like having good character that put you over the hump. Because Terrell Owens was cold as hell, but after people realized the character issue, it was no more for him.
Yeah.
Chad Johnson is the same way.
Yeah.
So like character, it comes down to character.
And
it comes down
another thing too.
And I don't know the guy, so I'm not speaking like I know.
Yeah,
how
right.
character, but I'm just saying off of what is in the media and what I've been told.
Yeah. See, I got to know him more when we came in the TSU at the same time, and I was always biased towards him. I was always saying this dude to me was the best player in SWAC.
Yeah.
So
and I root for him because he's pretty much from the city. He's not outside of Houston.
And my thing was that he's a good dude. Sat down on numerous occasions. Mm-hmm. I think the thing that got him, he relied on his athleticism so much since he was younger. He relied on it so much. And
that's only a problem for black people in America.
And another thing is that it wasn't
because that's our way out.
Yeah,
that's the reason why you got to.
And when he was playing football, his work ethic wasn't. He had a good work ethic, but it wasn't like a legendary hardcore work. I'm gonna stay after practice and watch film. I'm gonna work on these routes because he was never a great route runner. When they came to receiving, he was a good high jumper. He throw him a fade. It's good.
But I think that you can still make it to be a professional even if you don't work as hard as like a Terrell Owens or Tom Brady, or because
I think Shaq is a perfect example. Like he always said it. Like in 2001, the year after his MVP, he gained probably like 100 pounds, 200 pounds.
Man, there's a lot of people that don't work hard. Like even when I was in college, a lot of people didn't work hard. Yeah. It's just that they just had natural talent, so that's what got them to the Division I level. And then some of them went on to play professionally just because they were good. If you do anything long enough, you're gonna get better.
Right.
You don't have to work hard at doing it. Like right now, it doesn't take anything for me to learn how to drive. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm not gonna drive 20 hours just to get better. Whenever I need to drive, I'm gonna drive, and I'll get better like that every time I get in the car.
Right.
That's the concept that I think is with a lot of athletes. Mm-hmm. But Derek Griffin, I firmly believe he could be on any NFL roster.
Absolutely.
Because one of my homeboys, A-Leaf Taylor, Fendi.
Okay.
On the bun, he went to A-Leaf Taylor.
Right.
He didn't play football. He played basketball at Arizona.
Yeah.
After he was done, he just tried out. Because he had an NFL body.
It's like Ricardo Gathers.
If you're 6'6" and you're 250, 260, you got a football body.
Right.
Like Martellus.
Yeah. I think if D. Griff would have
basketball heavy, just decided.
I think if he was at A&M or Miami and he stayed there, nothing wrong with academics, he would have been in the league right now, easily. You line him with.
I still think he can make the league.
Yeah. Because he's still like.
It just comes down to damage control. Like today, he can make the NFL easy.
And I still see him. He still works out and everything.
Yeah, I see him at like Plex working out. Yeah.
And I'm gonna ask you this too. How long you been doing soccer? You said for 6 years?
No, 4 years.
4 years. So
I've been back.
But you've been following high school for the past 10.
Yeah.
Like both Houston and Dallas.
Yeah.
So both of y'all, past 10 years, you make an all-time Houston team going back 10 years ago. So from 2008 to now, do the same. Make your starting five for Houston. Make your starting five for Dallas. All time since 08.
Oh wait, I gotta put Tommy in there because that's McDonald's All-American.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put Fox in there because I'm gonna put Fox in there if you say the past.
So let me type this down. This is your team right here. So you got
Fox for sure.
Fox for sure. Are we doing it by any position or are we doing it starting five?
Your starting five, all-time Houston team, all-time Dallas team. Going back 10 years since 08. Yeah,
I go Tommy. I go De'Aaron Fox.
TMG. Yeah.
I'm not gonna even. I love him, but I don't think I can put him in there yet. I can't put the Harrison twins in there yet because I'm gonna try to find better. But if you say in the past 10 years, we might have to.
I would put Aaron in there, not
Andrew.
Not Andrew. Not that.
Okay, so give me your all-time Houston. Both. You give me
10
your
years.
team.
Past 10 years, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Tommy, Fox,
Harrison.
Harrison. You know, who's the two? Let me see. 2011. Was anybody special? Not really, because D'Angelo was. Special.
Yeah, D'Angelo, Sheldon, Julian.
Yeah,
Do you put him in all time, Houston?
You know, if you got a big man, we might have to go. If you go big man, I might have to go Cam Ridley. If it's a big man, I might have to go Cam Ridley. From the big man.
Damn, what
and it's your squad. You can go small ball.
Okay, if it's small ball, okay.
You can do whatever. This your squad.
Okay,
You the coach.
I got Tommy,
Fox.
De'Aaron Fox. I'm not gonna put Aaron because I really think Quentin Grimes is better. So I'm gonna put Grimes in my top 5 because he's a McDonald's All-American this year. So I'm gonna put Grimes in my top 5.
Yeah, that kid's gonna be a star. Quentin Grimes. That's actually one kid that is just amazing.
Right.
Like I'm not.
I think I seen his highlights before.
I don't gas. You can ask anybody. I don't gas anybody up.
Yeah.
But that kid. He
going to Kansas, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, he's lights out, man.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm getting stuck right now.
So you got Tim. You got Mason
between Rasheed and then the Harrison.
Remember, you still got guys like
Suleiman?
you still got guys like Joe Young, Snap.
Oh,
Sheldon. You still got.
Those are system guys though.
Oh yeah, Toby.
I'm gonna put Toby up there though.
Those are system guys.
Yeah.
You believe so?
Yates is his system. I was coached by Coach Wise.
Oh, okay.
So those are system guys.
I like Toby.
They can thrive in those systems, but
yeah. Toby. So who your team? Who your 5? So he got Mason, Fox, Grimes, Cam, Toby.
Fox, Grimes, TMG. I'm actually gonna go on the line, and I'm putting. This is probably like a bold pick.
Honestly, take out Cam and put Griff for me because I saw that playoff run in the 4A. What he was doing in that playoff run, like when he won state, like he single handedly beat Keith Frazier and Dallas Kimball. Like that's still a impressive performance.
Yeah. You talking about overall or on a high school level? What they did in high school.
High school.
Oh, then I can't put him in.
Who was you gonna say?
I was gonna say Darius McNeil.
Oh, D. McNeil?
Off of what he's doing.
At Cal?
Okay.
But that's the thing about high school. He's been that good.
Yeah.
It's just that he didn't have a good. The coach didn't know how to utilize him.
Yeah.
He's been that good.
Yeah.
So
he's been that good since he was a sophomore when they should have won state.
I didn't know they should have won state.
At Westfield they should have won state, but coaching.
It's a lot of guys out there though. So you got Fox, Grimes, TMG. It's a lot of them. You got Rasheed, you got Kelly Oubre, you got Anthony Collins, LJ Rose.
I might go with
LJ was a big height too. You got J. Michael Reese.
I might go with Rasheed.
You got who else we got out there? We got
2014.
5 ball.
What was Nick Wild? What year he was?
My year.
Okay. 06?
Yeah, my year.
Okay. It's a lot of
that
guys
fifth
out
pick,
there.
man. I know. That's what I'm saying.
There's so many people out there. You can do small ball too. You can do small ball.
Well, those are basic guards, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because really, off the bench, if it was honorable mention, it's probably Kendrick because what he did for a high school career, like to me, he's yeah. Kendrick is honorable mention. Like
then you got
Kendrick is not
most city, but Dre, D'Angelo.
Yo, Fort Bend produced like that 2011 class. Like
I'm gonna go with Aaron.
Aaron. And then you got
I'll definitely go with Aaron.
So your squad is Fox, Grimes,
it's all guards.
Sheed, Aaron. Your team is Tommy, Fox, Grimes, Griff, Toast. So y'all got the same except 2 people.
Aaron, the Twins changed the culture for Houston basketball.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't necessarily, it didn't fall off the map, but they made being from Houston cool again because they were twins. Twins coming from Houston, both going to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Like that's not easy.
Yeah.
Like most Houston guys can't go to Kentucky.
Where are we putting well, I don't know.
What about Winston Shepard and John Jordan?
No, I was saying where are we putting Jared Vanderbilt?
I don't like his high school.
I know I don't either. Yeah.
Part of it's because of the school he went to.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, we forgot about Justin Jackson.
Oh, I forgot about them and Justice Winslow. Oh my God!
I said so many guys.
Low key, I might have to drop Griff and put Justice Winslow. Justice Winslow. Ooh, I forgot.
Yeah, it's really hard. It's really hard. I mean, we crank out a lot of players. Man, Vanderbilt, man.
Yeah, because potentially
I've actually never seen his best game. I've been to a ton of his games, and he never played the whole game.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this
Because he was able to say, my knee hurts.
exactly
Or
like
like-
his senior year.
He went to a school where he had all the power. Like, it's his school, basically. It's his school. It's at the KBC. It's his school.
Yeah.
So he was essentially the person that could just say, like, nah, today's not my day. I don't feel like playing.
Dang. So
Remember when we went to what was that, Episcopal?
Bro, yeah, Episcopal.
When
Yeah,
he played 6 minutes.
Bro, no. I went to another game when they played Christian Life, and like his team was playing, and he showed up at halftime with a shirt and just on the bench, and then that's why I get mad at McDonald's All-Americans because like if you really, I don't know, they have to pre-plan those picks.
Yeah,
they have to pre-plan those.
Well, the selection committee is from every city. There's guys in every city in the selection committee. So what happens is, if you're one of the selection committee guys and you're an Adidas guy, you're gonna go with Adidas kids.
Okay.
you think Shaq's son should have made All-American this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've never seen him play in live, but I've seen him play like recorded
highlights.
video. Yeah.
You should have been.
How are you gonna be in college?
You going to UCLA now? Right?
I can't tell. College is a totally different ball game, man. These guys can do a lot of the things they can do because they're 6'8", playing a whole bunch of 5'9" guys like Zion. Even though he is good,
I know what you're finna say.
even though he is good,
I know what you're finna say.
I'm not taking away from anything he's saying.
I probably said I agree with you. I know what you're gonna say.
Do you see the kids he plays?
I know.
No. That's why I don't really judge him like that because I think if you want to really go like that, that's kind of for like every athlete. That's why I really judge him.
But
towards more this summer.
But that's the reason why we have Showcase National because you're not gonna be in a position where you're playing against guys that shouldn't be on the court with you.
Yeah.
Showcase National, you're always playing guys that should be on the court with you.
And you know what?
There's no Zion Williamson playing a kid that's 5'9" that is a senior, and that's the reason why he's on the basketball team.
And I think I think a lot of haters that's people just hating on Zion. Be like, man, this dude playing against these guys.
Yeah.
But they haven't. I seen a couple of
AAU
games.
is where you
thing.
can judge him off of.
Yeah,
But you can't judge him really off of high school basketball because he kills them kids.
I think he go to Duke. He's gonna average a double-double. To me, I say like at least
I think that's
17-10.
I think that's easy.
17 and 10. He's not gonna give you 25.
I wouldn't
He's not
say
gonna-
17.
Yeah,
I give him 14, 13.
I give him 14 and 8.
Because there's other players too as well.
Yeah,
you got the other two coming.
RJ Barrett. Yeah.
No, I'll give him a double-double.
I'll give him a double-double.
I think he can get 10 rebounds.
I'm not giving him 10.
You don't think so?
Athleticism?
No, I don't. I'm not giving him 10.
Man.
Like
Man, that
honestly,
dude there
like
is
I think high school rebounding and college and pro rebounding is a different thing.
You know why I say? Because it's longer shots now. The rebounds are inflated now.
Yeah.
So the longer shots, he gonna have a better opportunity. I think it's gonna be some games. He gonna give you like at least 15 boards against a weak team. I'm
I'm not
the
saying no.
ACC.
He can get it, but I don't think he averages that.
Yeah, maybe.
What Bagley?
nine.
What Bagley gives you right now?
Probably, but he's like 6'10" down low.
He's
like
6'10". He's down low.
Like I'm pretty sure. Like I really haven't.
He's
seen
gonna be on the
Zion.
wings. Zion's gonna be on the
that's what I'm
wings.
saying.
And I can't compare. I heard a lot of comparisons to Julius Randle. I can't do Julius Randle for him. I see he better than Julius Randle.
No, Julius Randle in high school though, he was something.
I
different.
think he was doing more than Julius too.
Well, Julius Randle is better. He's the best right now than he's ever been.
Oh yeah, he lost that weight.
He's not. He hasn't been. High school, he's good because he's bigger than everybody. But
because his junior year in high school, like him, Andrew Wiggins, and Jabari Parker, like those are the top 3 players.
And I just think his athleticism carries. He's so explosive, and he can shoot the ball too. He plays guard, and I look at him as a.
But how long? See, the problem with the gift and the curse of most black people are pretty athletic.
Yeah.
Most black people.
And I don't know about shooting
but
ball.
the curse on our athleticism is you never know when it's gonna run out.
Exactly. Yeah. And
like Vince Carter is one of the few guys that is still able to thrive off of his athleticism. But a lot of guys are. Derrick Rose is the other side of the black person.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like your athleticism killed you.
Yeah.
Because if you played like Andre Miller that didn't use athleticism, you would have played till you're 40.
Yeah.
Andre Miller played till he's 40.
Yeah.
Because he didn't use his athleticism. So it's a gift and a curse, man.
Yeah.
You never know if Zion Williamson's athleticism is going to be done in 3 years.
Yeah.
You never know. It could be Vince Carter's situation or it could be a Derrick Rose situation.
I could see him lasting a good
and then you got Westbrook, where he did have Derrick Rose injuries, but he's so athletic. Guys like Adrian Peterson, they're so athletic that their bodies were able to like just come back.
Yeah. How you see it? Who you think is ceiling? Who you compare him to? What is his ceiling?
Zion?
Like, what is his how high you think his ceiling is?
Zion Williamson?
Yeah.
It's higher than LeBron's.
Oh no.
I can't. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about when he gets to the league.
Brand or
player.
Player
Went to the league like what's his?
No,
ceiling?
it's not higher than LeBron. I don't want you to. It's not. No. I thought you were talking about brand.
Just a player. Do you see just perennial all-star? Do you see superstar? Do you see?
Yeah, he can. It depends on how he's developed. I don't think Duke is going to develop him. He might start his development when he gets to the NBA because they have development coaches.
He's gonna be in the system.
Yeah.
He's gonna be with other great players. First of all, I think it's a locked championship. I see odds on favorite. It
depends. There's too many favorites. There's too many factors.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's a new group coming in. That's why I said it's not the same.
You'll give some time though, but trust me and believe that Coaches Classic next year when they play against probably Kentucky, Kansas State. Yeah. Oh my, the hype.
Yeah.
That's gonna be bigger than when Wiggins and Parker went at it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be crazy hype.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The guy's just he's one of those. He's one of the few guys.
Celebrity's gonna be at that game.
He's one of the few guys in decades that are able to draw crowds like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's able to draw crowds.
The NCAA is gonna love Zion. Oh, because they're gonna bring in.
They're gonna make so much money off of him.
March Madness gonna be crazy,
and he ain't gonna get a dime.
Exactly. I know it sucks.
Not gonna get a dime.
LeVar Ball was right the whole time. But let me ask you this one question before we get out of here. Outside the top 3 players that's in the Showcase National, who are other guys to look forward to?
I've been talking about Jamal Mark. Yeah, go ahead and answer that.
Man, for Houston, my boy Peter Bird. He's been in there 3 times. 3 times Showcase Houston All-Stars as a sophomore. Good floor general. Severe Wheeler.
That's my dude.
5'8", junior.
State
committed
champ.
to Texas A&M. Oh, state champ.
State champ.
He's going to Texas A&M, and I think a guy that people don't give as much credit to, and I think that
because of his height,
he's finna hit the national scene.
Yeah,
Micah Peavy. I think that he could probably be one of the best players in the country.
Yeah,
and I think it starts this summer because he actually went on the Under Armour circuit and won the 16U Under Armour championship.
Wow.
Yeah. Those are the guys I was gonna add in there to my Mark.
LJ Cryer.
And LJ Cryer.
He's up next. It's his city. After Kendrick and Quentin, it's LJ Cryer.
He told you about the guy that's number 1 8th grader.
Bryce Griggs.
How you feel about him?
Oh, we have contact with him. He should be at the game. We invited him
to play.
No, like as a guest.
How would it feel though if he played? Would y'all let him play? Get him for like 2 minutes. Number 1 8. I would feel like I think
Chris actually mentioned that we should throw a wild ball in there and have him play. But
I got a rule.
I don't know, man.
I got a rule. Listen, you can throw his in next year maybe. Number 1 8th grader gets the invite to play. They ain't got to start. Just let him. 5 minutes. Each side. Dallas, number 1 8th grader in Dallas, number 1 8th grader in Houston. Let them probably get at the same time. Start next year. That's just me. That's mine.
No. We've talked about it. We've already talked about it. Like it's. We talked about it 2 years straight.
You gotta be number 1. You gotta be number 1.
We talked about it 2 years straight. I just personally don't like the liability of, like, it is basketball, but it's like taking in my opinion, it's like taking a 9th grader to go play basketball with like NBA players, like rookie NBA players. Like, yeah, you could be the best 9th grader, but there is a clear-cut difference in the level of talent.
Yeah.
Or
it's like putting a freshman football player on varsity.
Like you're good, you're great, you're able to make varsity, but are you gonna take that first hit and be good?
Well, what if the 8th grade is like 6'10", 6'9"?
We could have a different conversation, but still, even see, there are certain things that you learn with just playing basketball so much. Like if you're 6'9" in the 9th grade and you're 6'9" as a 12th grader, just off of years of experience, most likely you have better stamina, better agility, better coordination, just because you've been playing longer. Yeah. Now, if this kid has been being trained, this 9th grader was trained from like age 4, then there's an exception. You might be just as coordinated and just as strong and all that as the 12th grader, but it's really rare. Yeah, it's really rare. So
I think you'll do it though. I think I'll make a change.
You think so?
I think you're gonna think about it. Let's just say what if.
You know what?
Let's
you
say
know
the
what?
number 1 A-grader-
Actually, you're actually ruining my my stance because Chris is after he sees this, he's gonna be like, "I told you."
Come on now, because think about it. Let's just say the number 1 A-grader is located in Houston or Dallas, and he's number 1 in the nation, and he gets the
He
hype.
is number 1 in the nation.
Oh, really? So
He is number 1 in the nation.
what do people want to see him against another 8th grader? Let's just say he's our number 1 in the nation, and the Dallas guy from 8th grade is number 1, and he looks at him like, man, I'm gonna take him 1-on-1. I want my opportunity to shine. The whole crowd goes crazy. They're like, they stay on their feet. We got the matchup. Last 2, just garbage time. ISO ball. They go at it. You know how live that would be? That's just a little thought.
And those older guys are going to be hyping them up, especially from Houston and Dallas.
You know how you acting right? You act like Adam Silver right now. They want to televise the draft. Come on, Rob Silver. You got to throw that in there.
We're gonna have a conversation. I'm gonna have to have a conversation after this.
Yeah, he's gonna see and be like, "Hey, I told you."
Yeah,
but nah, I appreciate y'all for coming through though. For real, I appreciate y'all. March 16th is the show.
Next Friday.
I didn't realize it was on a Friday. I did not realize it was on a Friday.
Next Friday.
He told me he was gonna go to Miami and leave. He wasn't gonna go.
Yeah. 305.
I'm not going to Miami.
Wade County.
Yeah, but I appreciate y'all.
Media day tomorrow.
Yeah, media days tomorrow.
Media day tomorrow.
Yeah, we have a media day tomorrow and probably 3 o'clock, 3 to 5.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna hit you up. Mark, let's see if I can go today. I haven't been to now. I've been telling for 11. I'm gonna go to a high school playoff game, but I ain't no falling asleep or something.
Yeah.
But I really want to see
they
this.
boring, man. You trying to say they boring? Nah, I'm playing.
Nah. But I'm gonna try to make it since the Showcase National though. But Real Deal with Akil, Showcase National. We out.